Hey lovely freaks, and welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host Amanda.
And I'm Hannah.
And if you're new here, hi, welcome. If you like things strange and unusual and true crime, you can go ahead and hit that subscribe or follow button. You can also head down to the description box where you'll see a link that will take you to our link tree, and that'll give you access to our social media like Instagram and Twitter and all that jazz.
And all that jazz.
Yeah. Alright, so today, what day is it? It's Friday. I keep forgetting it's Friday.
We usually do these either Sunday or Saturday because we're always late, but
yeah.
It's summer now. I'm all available.
Yeah, Hannah's out of school, so, well, not for good, but for the semester, so that's good. Now we'll hopefully be able to get an episode out every week. I'm not going to say, yeah, we're going to do it, because every time we do that, something happens. But anyways, she's out of school, so we're going to hopefully start rolling them out. Today we're going to be talking about monsters again because you guys blew that episode up. We had like over 300 and something views on YouTube within a week, which is crazy, and it's still growing. It's continuing to get views, but usually we only get like 300 after like a month. So obviously you guys really enjoyed the monster thing. So we're going to talk about some more because, you know, we told you that we had a bunch of different ones we could pick from. But before we do that...
Talking about monsters.
Yeah. Sorry, she knows what I'm going to say. We're going to give you guys... We're not going to talk about the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard case because that would be a whole episode in itself. But and everybody and their mother's already watching it already, probably. Mm-hmm. But we're just going to put our 2 cents in. So, this is our opinion. Obviously, everyone has their own opinion about things. And I will say this, like, at the beginning of all this, I'm a huge Johnny Depp fan. I have been for years. I think I probably fell in love with him when I watched Benny and June when I was probably younger. Like, I'd seen Edward Scissorhands and all that, but that was the one where I was like, oh, he's good looking. Because, you know, Edward Scissorhands, not so much.
I don't know. Edward Scissorhands looking kind of nice.
Hannah's over here.
Scissor my timbers.
Whoa. So, anywho, but I'm a huge Tim Burton fan, like very much so. Anybody that knows me knows that I love like Nightmare Before Christmas is one of my favorite movies, and all the different Tim Burton films, and of course Johnny Depp's in them. So when it first came out that he was abusive. To be honest, I was like shocked. I was like, "Oh no!" Like one of my Hollywood crushes, I guess you could say, because he's like the only man that I've ever been like, "Sorry, hubby, but if he came up to me and wanted to marry me, I'd be like, okay." But no. So I did, like, as most of you know, like we've always talked about on this podcast, like we don't want to say that anyone hasn't been sexually assaulted or beaten or anything like that or abused, because you never know what's going on behind closed doors. However, there's so much evidence or lack thereof in this case that it's just, at this point, it's just like I don't believe anything comes out of her mouth.
Yeah, there's like too much going on that you're just like, there's no way that you're telling the truth.
Yeah, like one of the things, everything that her acting and her trying to cry and all that, if you don't know what we're talking about, you're gonna have to go watch it, because if you want to skip past all this, you can go ahead and go to the monsters, but if you haven't seen any of the testimony, then you're gonna have to watch it, or if you have, then stick around and listen. So one of the things that got me the most out of everything that she said, one of the things that got me to be like, bitch, bye. Like, basically, that's what I did yesterday. I was like, I try to give you the benefit of the doubt. And then even when yesterday, when she was talking about, or Thursday, when she was talking about Australia, where he drug her through glass and her feet were cut up, and then she started talking about the other time that he beat her. I don't remember where they were, but in this house or whatever, and he was on top of her, like punching her in the face. Like, that's what she said. He was punching her so hard, and he threw her on the bed so hard that the bed broke. And he drug her up the stairs by her hair. She fell over a small couch or whatever, and she hit her head on a brick wall. Yeah.
Wow.
So, you didn't see this part?
I didn't see that part.
It was towards the end. So, after all that, I was like, okay, here we go. She's going to show some pictures, because they were like getting ready to show pictures.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I'm like, there's no freaking way that she's not like black and blue. Like,
yeah,
I'm
for sure.
prepared to see these pictures, and then I'm going to be like, shit, Johnny Depp is a wife beater.
Yeah.
But that's not what happened. She showed the pictures, and I think you've seen them before, probably from the UK deposition.
Yeah, I've seen TikToks.
It was the ones where she had black right here in the corner of her eye, and she claimed that she had black eyes, but she really didn't. She claimed that she had black eyes, but she really didn't. And it was just, I mean, and I'm sure the jury was probably sitting there expecting more of a picture, or something like that. And she also said that he had headbutted her and broke her nose, but there was none of that. Like, if you break your nose, you're gonna have black eyes, like, really bad for days, weeks even, aside from your nose being, massive. Yeah. So yeah, after I saw after that, I was just like, yeah, I mean, I knew I didn't believe you to begin with, but now I really don't believe you, because I was just expecting more from the story that she told. Plus, also, if anybody out there has watched the UK depositions, I have, and then she got caught in a lot of lies in that, and her story is not the same as it was in the UK. Like, everything she said in the UK is not the same as it is now. So it's just really not looking good for her at this point. But, that's just my two thoughts. What about you? I mean, do you believe her?
I don't believe her, honestly.
No.
But, I mean, I am very, like, women's rights, and I'm very, like, I would call myself a feminist, honestly.
You also don't want to not believe someone's story,
But honestly, it just makes me more mad, because there are actual women that are being actually abused, and then you're going to sit here and obviously tell lies because we're catching you in those lies, and now you're going to make women in general look bad. Yeah,
and then on the other side of that, she's also making light of what she did do to Johnny, which men can be abused 100%.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, I think it'll be good if he does win this, I think it'll actually be good for the men out there that are being abused, because there are men, a lot of men don't come forward because they don't think that it's the masculine thing to do. They don't want anybody to know, like, my wife's beating my ass at home. That makes me sound like such a man, But they shouldn't feel that way, but at the same time they do. So hopefully after this, if he does win,
more men will come forward.
More will come forward, yeah. And then, there's a lot of, I'm in the comments all the time when I'm watching it live, and there's so many women that are domestic violence cases, and they're pissed. They're like, look, I mean, I've been in a domestic violence situation, and I've been sexually assaulted, and this pisses me off that she's using this to try to get $100 million, trying to get money. But anyways, so that's just a small, brief thing, what we're going to talk about. Like I said, we're not gonna have this whole episode about that, because we'd be here all day. I could literally talk about the case. I mean, I watch it every day.
I mean, even today when we went to Sushi Village, we overheard people talking about it. Like, nobody, like, everyone and their mom.
Yeah, and it's all over TikTok. I mean, my TikTok For You pages, that's all it is. But, anyways, so let's jump into monsters now. Not the Amber Turd kind. Yes, I said turd. If you get that reference, then you get it. If you don't, I don't know, look it up. Anyways, so we're going to start off talking about the honey Honey Island Swamp Monster. So this monster is tall, human-like creature with brown and gray fur. Can be over 7 foot tall, weighing in at 400 pounds. It lives in the American, the swamps of Louisiana. And obviously the swamps are like teeming with life. If you've never been to Louisiana, you've never been to the swamps, then it's an experience. You should do it. There's lots of different creatures and things out there. The locals sometimes call this monster Wookiee, like from Star Wars, because he kind of looks like a Wookiee from Star Wars.
That's funny.
Yeah. In 1974, 2 hunters, they actually found a strange footprint in the mud next to a mutilated boar. The next day, the men went back to the woods to try to see if they could see the monster. Harold, I'll get it in a minute. E. Ford was one of the hunters that saw this in 1974. He actually took a cast of the footprint.
Yeah.
And then he kind of became obsessed with trying to find this monster. I guess kind of what people do.
And Bigfoot?
Bigfoot, yeah. That's sort of Sasquatch, Bigfoot, whatever you want to call it. And so he became kind of obsessed. But he did die in 1980, though, unfortunately. But his granddaughter wrote a book about the creature and all the facts that he had gathered. And she had the cast mold. And you can see pictures online of the cast of the foot. To me, and to a lot of people, it kind of just looks like a big-ass alligator. It looks like a big alligator footprint, to be honest. And that would make sense in the swamps of Louisiana. But he swore, and the other hunter that was with him swore that it was a creature. And there's been other reported sightings of like a Wookiee type Bigfoot monster. That's what, and they call him the Honey Island Monster.
Anytime I think of Bigfoot, I just imagine, that movie in the 90s, or I think 80s, Harry?
Yeah, Harry.
I remember that.
Wasn't it Harry and the Hendersons or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. I remember, I just think of that every single time.
Well, there's tons of different versions of Bigfoot or like this, because we're also going to talk about, the next one we're talking about is the Everglades skunk ape.
Ooh.
Yeah. So this one's a little bit different. Supposedly he's from Florida in the Everglades, obviously, hence the name. But he's tall and he smells horrific. So he actually, people say, if you see him or something like that, you can smell him before you see him because he puts off an odor, and the wind carries it. I guess. Is that the skunk monster?
You're just out in the woods with some crazy person. Is that the skunk monster? They're just like, oh yeah.
I guess that's where he gets his name, obviously. But he is believed to be very dangerous only when confronted by people. So only if, somebody walks up on him. I don't really know what that means, confronted by people. Does that mean,
hey,
what's up? Or you just run over there, oh my God, you're the skunk ape. And they're he's like, get the fuck away from me. I don't know. But anyways, he also supposedly lives in alligator caves in the swamps. Don't know what that is. I didn't know that was a thing. But that's apparently scary. There's in this, that's where they have their den. They have their den to have their eggs and stuff.
Wow.
I didn't know that. I learn something new every day. He isn't known to kill people. However, he has been known to attack deer, and he will only take the liver of the deer. And most people say...
They always just take a liver or a heart. It's so weird.
or like the chupacabra where he only sucks out the blood. Now, it was contradictory because it was he'll only attack you and eat you if you provoke him. But other than that, he loves eating veggies. He's a vegetarian. Yeah.
What?
It didn't make any sense. I was like, huh.
He has his period days and his non-period days.
Yeah. He's on his cycle then. He's really mad. So anyways, that is the skunk ape monster of the Everglades.
What does he look like?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Did you?
Oh no! So he basically looks the same as the like he's tall.
I didn't
hairy.
know if he like looked like a big old skunk or something.
I think he does have like a stripe, like a white stripe on his head or down his back or something like that. But essentially, he's the same as the lovely Wookiee Honey Island Swamp. Yeah. I couldn't think. So the next one is the Jersey Devil. A lot of people know about this one. Have you heard of the Jersey Devil?
No.
Oh. I haven't. So there's a lot of debate about this creature, about whether it has goat horns or deer horns. Not sure which one. Some people say it looks like a goat and it also has bat wings and cloven hooves, obviously, and then a serpent-like tail, kind of like the devil. It has the long tail with the
hence the
spikes.
name.
Yeah. So, but they can't. But there's a lot of different people that have said it either looks like a deer with antlers or a goat. I don't know. I digress. But nevertheless, it lives in New Jersey, hence the also named Jersey Devil. And he preys on small animals and livestock. Now, legend says the monster likes to sneak into the homes of where children are and drag them screaming out of their bed and out of the house through the chimney.
Oh.
Kind of reminds me of Krampus.
Yeah, I was going to say, that sounds like Krampus.
Yeah. But not just during Christmas. So, you better be good all year round.
Hear that,
the Jersey
kids?
Devil's going to get you.
The crazy devil's going to get you.
The Jersey Devil.
The Jersey Devil's going to get you.
The crazy devil.
Either way.
Anyways, what is this episode becoming? It has been reported that it has also been reported to rip roofs off of cars, which I've heard that somewhere. There was either a movie,
The Hulk,
or a story. Sorry, Jesus Christ. No.
Anyway,
I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was a movie where it was about the Jersey Devil. My husband watches all kinds of B-list horror movies. But anyways, and I'm pretty sure it was about the Jersey Devil, and in it, I think he ripped off the roof of a car or something like that. So yeah, I've heard about that or seen it or whatever, and so this guy, this devil kind of has an origin story. So this is the origin story. Mid 1700s, a woman gave birth to a childlike creature who was said to have been cursed by the townspeople. So it was cursed before she gave birth to it. But anyways, he ripped out of his mother's womb she, we're not going to identify it, and then ate her and her other kids, and then fled up the chimney. That was the story. Like, in this house. They were in a house.
it's Santa's kid. That's what it is.
It's
It's Santa's offborn.
It's
And
Santa's
Santa
offspring.
cursed him.
Yeah, fled up the chimney.
Wow.
I don't know what it is with the chimney and the Jersey Devil. But nowadays, people say, like, there's been, all jokes aside, there's really been, like, over thousands of reported sightings of this creature. Wow. There's actually a picture. I'll try to put it on our Instagram. But there's actually a picture of it in a tree. And it looks like a big, huge bat because it has bat wings. And yeah, so a lot of people say that if you see it, though, it's kind of like the Mothman. Bad things come after you see it. You remember how the Mothman, there was like bad omens attached to it? Remember we talked about that? So a lot of people said that if you see him, that means that there's going to be a natural disaster or like a something can
Bad
happen.
will happen to you or die or you will die.
Basically, yeah. Because I think, wasn't the Mothman... Somebody saw it before Twin Towers?
No, it was some kind of like accident with
some bridge.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
The bridge.
Yeah. So yeah, that is the Jersey Devil. Who all out there has seen it? Because there's got to be some people that we're talking to right now that have seen it with thousands of reported sightings. Kind of like the Mothman. So now we're going to talk about Bessie, which... It wasn't a lot about her, but I'm sure most of you know who we're talking about. It's obviously the monster of Lake Erie.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Been so many movies about that.
Oh, yeah. The first sighting was actually in 1817. So a lot of these last two sightings in the Jersey Devil and this one were back in the day, man. Bessie is said to be a snake-like creature, serpent-type creature almost, with 30 to 40 inches long. And some people think that she maybe was like a dinosaur that never died. Because, you know, those dinosaurs in the movies where they're like long neck. That's what I'm trying to think of.
That would make sense.
Yeah. And then it kind of formed into like a snake-like creature type thing, I guess. I don't know.
Or sea creature?
Sea creature? Yeah. So, but, yeah, a lot of people think that maybe that's what she is. But I don't know. There hasn't really been any reportings of... There was supposedly a reporting of like 3 people dying and getting eaten by Bessie, but a lot of people were like, no, they just had a boat accident or something like that. Oh. So there's not really been any reported.
Isn't this one in Ireland?
No.
No. Oh, there's one in Ireland, I remember.
Lake Erie, which is in Ohio area, like close to like that. Lake Erie. I'm trying to think where it is. Michigan, like some of Canada.
Or is that Nessie? Nessie's in
Nessie, I think is what you're thinking of.
Yeah.
There's lots of different ones because now we're going to talk about. This is the name, Tahoe Tessie.
Oh my, Tahoe Tessie.
Tahoe Tessie.
This has got to be in the South.
So no, actually, it's not.
Oh.
So it's in California in Lake Tahoe.
Oh.
I think that's why it's like Tahoe's
version. It sounds like a
of
really redneck person saying, "It's Tahoe Tessie, he's coming to get me."
Run, kids, run!
It's Tahoe Tessie,
So
run!
she is reported to be dark colored, 20 feet long, so not as long as Bessie. Girl, you got to catch up. And is in Lake Tahoe in California. Reports of this monster date all the way back to Washoe Indians. I hope I said that right. But in the mid-1970s, Jacques Cousteau led an expedition into the depths of this lake. And he said, he was later to have been quoted to say, quote, "The world is not ready for what is down there."
Ooh.
Talking about what's down in the lake.
Jacques has seen it all.
Jacques.
Oh,
Clean.
Jacques.
Oui.
Oui. Marais.
It's good.
The ocean. I'm sorry.
It's not the ocean. It's Lake Tahoe.
No, but it's Finding Dory.
Okay.
I mean Finding Nemo.
Anyways, I don't even know what this episode is anymore. This is comedy at this point.
I'm sorry.
We should have said, and comedy at the beginning of this. Many people, though, also, this lake has had a lot of people dump, like, bodies, like the mafia has dumped bodies in Lake Tahoe. So if they were ever to go down there and see, like, bones and skeletons, they would be like, oh my god, it's the monster, but really it's the mafia.
Oh, whoa.
So I just thought that was really interesting.
Maybe the mafia made it up.
Throw that in there. They could have. Mm-hmm. They've also dumped, like, cars down there. There's lots of cars, stuff like that, but... Yeah, that's it. That's all we got today. That's all the monsters we got today.
I don't know which one was my favorite. I think
the Jersey Devil.
Yeah, the Jersey Devil.
I've heard of that one a lot, and there's been tons of movies about that one too.
That one's like kind of interesting because it's giving me like it's got to be like Krampus's son or Santa's son. It's got to be.
I was trying to look for the other Krampus's son.
Could be. The way that he takes kids is kind of similar.
Similar to
Krampus.
Krampus. But anyways, that's all we got for you today, guys. It's a short one. It's a short and sweet one because, you know, we're uploading this on Mother's Day. So today's Mother's Day. So you should listen to this for only 20-something minutes and then go spend time with your mom.
Exactly.
Or if your mom has passed, I'm very sorry. Just spend time with her in thoughts. That's what you can do. She's with you no matter where you are. But for every mom out there, I just want to say Happy Mother's Day. And I'm saying it to myself, I guess, because I'm a mom.
I'm not one.
No, not you. But happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Hopefully you have a good one. And any moms that have rainbow babies out there, you're a mom too. So we're going to keep you in our prayers today, because we know that it's really hard, especially if you have also had kids that have passed away. Mm-hmm. That's really hard on mothers as well. So, but we just want to say that we love you guys, and we'll see you guys next time. Don't forget to go subscribe and like, comment, and all that good stuff, and share. And today's episode was a lot of comedy gold coming from us. You're welcome.
That's right.
All right, we'll see you guys next week, hopefully. I'm not going to say for sure, but we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.